Welcome everybody to Second Give, man. Regular guys, just ordinary guys with some extraordinary, unordinary takes on sports. I am, of course, the creator of the show, but one of the many co-hosts of the show. I am Cletus Cassidy. So happy to be in here with you all. I got some amazing co-hosts with me today. I'm gonna get right into the show. Usually I come in and do a little banter at the beginning of the show, welcome people who are watching, but today I'm learning a lot, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the show because today is a $5 Tuesday at the movie theater. So for $20, you can take your wife and or your side chick really quick, and you can get it done at the movies. Because movies usually cost you $10 to $50 million per go. So I'm gonna bring in my co-host for the day, man. The happiest man on earth, because today is the opening day of the NBA. Y'all show some love to a co-host Alonzo. What up, Zoe?
Man, what it is, $5 movies? Man, I never thought about a side piece, but you got to think about it.
I left home to be with my side piece. That's what the song says. That song, listen, the boldness of that song. And you know who really loves that song?
Who?
Women. You would think
What?
that would be a song the male community would be into. But you ever go in a club or an older person's gathering and they play that I left home, all right, to be with my side piece.
The
Those
women
ladies
love it.
that song. Women
Yikes.
love that song. Courtney says, "Don't take a woman to the movies on a first date." Apparently, anything
man.
under $10,000 is an inappropriate first date.
I
don't understand
learned
why
I
you
learned that today myself. I was like, man.
Oh man! And voted America's greatest picture taker 10 years in a row. Please show some love for my man Jay Wells. What up, Jay?
What's up, bro?
Man, doing the good, man. Jay said he's intentionally growing the gray hair in just because he wants to be called Zaddy. I didn't know. I didn't know. Intentionally is stepping this game up. Jay, you're getting to that age group now, Jay. You're getting that look where you can have the mom, the grandma, or the daughter. I know you're married, but you can be admired by all three at this point.
Hey man, it's called the trifecta.
The trifecta. I can date you, your mom, or your grandma. It's great. It's amazing. It's amazing. Hey man, let's get right into it, man. First of all, let's do our daily talk about the University of Colorado, the hype machine that is Deion Sanders. I guess their game this week is against UCLA, been pushed to prime time. Some people are really upset about it, that it's going to be a prime time game because that team is 4-3. But I want to bring up something that I think is a real interesting something that I saw earlier today. I saw an interesting graphic, and Jason, you're a lot brighter than me. So I'm going to let you help me with this one. And they're blaming this on the prime effect. They're saying this is the direct effect of Deion Sanders. Now, what is their current record, Jason?
Man, I don't know, but they not bowl eligible right now. What is it like?
I believe they're 4-3.
They're 4-3. Yeah,
They're 4-3. They need 2 more wins to be bowl eligible. They're 4-3. 4 plus 3 equals 7.
Mm-hmm.
They played 7 games. This is Deion's first year. He's 7 games in. Let me show you this graphic, Jason. You tell me what you think on this. UCLA Colorado is sold out. It's the 10th consecutive sellout crowd for Colorado. And they're saying this is because of Deion.
Well, let's do the math. If it's 7 games,
3 of those games
before he got there.
3 of those games had to be before he got there. So I see you look like you don't believe what we're saying. Explain it to me, Zoe.
Hey, man, AI is a powerful thing. I don't know what you're doing over there, but 10 games are 10 games. That means it's 10 games. The prime effect. That's how many sold out games he got, even when you think it's 7.
So what was that, premonition?
So 3 of those games were double sellouts.
They went double sellouts.
They sold twice the capacity.
They sold double.
And here's the thing: the UCLA Colorado game is at the Rose Bowl. And so that isn't even anything to do with. That's a UCLA game. That's UCLA sellout. UCLA has been selling out. They played Nebraska. Nebraska is on like a 460 game sellout streak. So the Nebraska game was going to sell out.
But you make it sound like you knew they were going to sell out anyway if Prime wasn't there.
They were going to sell out anyway.
A sellout came and Deion was there.
But you got to think about it. They only won one game last year, but their last 3 games were sold out at home or sold out. Period. So what is that saying? That's saying that they already kind of had that clientele before he got there.
There's nothing else to do in Boulder, Colorado on a
But
Saturday.
go to that game.
You saying what else am I doing in Boulder, Colorado? I saw them interview an old lady, 97,000 years old, and she said she's just happy to be rooting for a good team. She's been coming in here rooting all this time. Finally, she's got a good team to root for. I still got UCLA by 14, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. Colorado's chances of making the bowl have dissipated. They'll come up 1 win short.
Oh yeah, because they still got what they got? Washington State.
They actually get to skip Washington. They don't have to play Washington. They were able to get around having to play them. They've got number 23 UCLA left, the 13th ranked Utah Utes, the 11th ranked Oregon State Beavers, Arizona, and a well-playing Washington State.
So how many of those games you think they're going to win?
I got them. So here's the thing. I thought Arizona was a winnable. I think Arizona was a winnable game, but I also thought that they would beat Stanford.
Yeah, Stanford might be that wild card game to keep them from being bowl eligible.
So Washington in the Pac-12 right now, Washington's at the top of the Pac-12, followed by USC, Oregon. And then you got Oregon State, Utah, UCLA, Arizona. All the teams that they play in the next 4 weeks are teams ahead of them in the standings in the Pac-12.
Well, even with all of those, you're breaking out these games and what they can win or lose. By the end of the season, with all the excitement around Deion and the team right now, do you think people are still going to be excited? Not you and the purists, but the casual fans that are following right now. You think they're still going to be very excited at the end of the season?
Absolutely not. I think next year, here's what it is. It's a media cycle. So I believe in between now and next college football season, something else happens and you kind of sweep them to the rug. Because if you really think about it, the shine and luster on his first year at Jackson State to his second year at Jackson State wasn't the same. People didn't pay as much attention that second year at Jackson State as they did that first year. It's going to be the same thing in Colorado, man. Hey, we've all been around children. We've all had them, not personally. I have the figure of a woman that's 7 months pregnant. But we know how it is. You get a kid a new toy, man, Christmas Day, they are all over that toy. But by New Year's Day, man, we can't. We're looking for something new.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm never buying toys that scatter all over the place ever again. I don't know what was wrong with me doing that. I buy Legos every year. For what?
First of all, Legos, if you buy your kid Legos, you're telling me that you don't care about yourself as a person.
It's
because
painful.
Those Legos are going to come back to hurt you.
It's painful.
What's going on, Judge Smith? One of my very good friends, man. She outgrew her college nickname, and now she's just a judge. Or she's on a judge-ward path. She hasn't made it to a judgeship yet. I can't be out here perpetrating, but she is one of my favorite people. So happy day to you. You know what I call you, but happy birthday, Esquire Smith. All right, so we're getting into it, man. A couple of subjects, man. I'm gonna get you guys in and out today, and we're gonna make our picks. Here's the thing. Here's what we got. It's homecoming season. Homecoming season happens in October. What I feel is the best homecoming ever, not your typical homecoming. The Norfolk State University homecoming is this weekend. Hampton is trying to have theirs at the same time. We don't know why they would do such a thing. I guess Hampton's used to being inferior, so they didn't mind having their homecoming at the same time as Norfolk State's homecoming. Two very different. My daughter goes to a PWI. They had their homecoming last week. I went down to their homecoming. Shout outs to the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. Let's go, G. They don't even have a football team. But, man, what an experience. Man, I had a good time out there. Man, it was fully catered. I had a great time out there watching volleyball and soccer. It was so much different than the HBCU homecoming. Nobody cared what they had on. It was a great time. There were no fights. It was a good time. Tell me, Jason, if you had to rank, this is us talking sports. Best homecoming you've ever been to? What school? Who's got the best homecoming in the country?
The best homecoming I've been to was HU, but Howard. Howard
Oh,
homecoming.
they take pride
Yes.
in their homecoming. Puffy goes there.
Howard homecoming, man. I don't think I got back to school till the following Wednesday. That thing was crazy.
My goodness.
Biggest Paul said you may find him in Capone gunning or something.
Yeah, Howard homecoming definitely was just like that. Yeah.
Lonzo, give me your favorite homecoming. Both of you all went to a high school who thinks their homecoming is pretty spiffy.
I mean, homecoming at Norcom is a major event. I didn't go to college school age, so I didn't experience college homecoming, but high school was always a big deal. Haven't been much in it recently, but if you look anywhere, it's all over the place. What do they call it? Norcom State now? That's a college, right?
Yeah,
that is completely and utterly ridiculous. All right.
I mean, I heard that and I believe it.
Hey, my college roommate from Elizabeth City, son played for Norview, right? So he came out there, we chilling after the game. He was like, look, I'm gonna come find you. I said, okay.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, now he's muted. All right, see, and it wasn't me, people. I didn't mute him. Someone else did. I'm gonna remove him and bring him back.
What did you do? Did you?
Because his sound went away. See, it's still going. I didn't do it.
You're doing something.
I promise you.
Let me see your hands.
Seem like Norcom hate.
Let me see your hands.
I'm not hating on Norcom and went out on his own.
I don't see your left hand.
Jason, you're gonna have to go out and come back in. All right, I'm gonna kick him out and see. Let's see if he logs back in. I'm gonna kick him from the studio.
And you're gonna see if he logs back
in. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna text him to log back in. All right, so Zoe. So you didn't do the college homecomings.
I didn't.
GHO, which is North Carolina A&T's homecoming, they swear that they have the greatest homecoming on earth. That's what GHO actually stands for. Nova State says they're not your typical homecoming, also a great event. I'm telling you now, though, the University of Alabama homecoming.
You can't possibly been to Alabama homecoming.
I've been to Alabama homecoming game. What a time. Listen, the money that they put into these PWI homecomings well surpasses the gross income of the entire Black community each time. It is an amazing experience, and all you got to do is say Roll Tide and you're in.
What are they doing differently down there?
Man, listen, the level of food service, first of all, we'll all cook out. I got a good friend, he'll cook a whole pig. I think this year he's doing 17 pork butts, which is fantastic. These guys are going and getting Ruth Chris to come out there and do the catering. It is fantastic. It's a different experience. You gotta go with me one time.
Money everywhere.
Jason's still unable to get off of mute. That dude's wife is insisting that he go to this movie. She has taken the soundboard.
She said, I know what to do here.
That dude, every time he gets that call and he comes back,
yeah,
because he's coming back.
He gets on the line and his facial expression says it all.
All right. Well, while we got you here, man, big time, man. This is a big season. Big shout outs. You've got the Major League Baseball playoffs wrapping up. I don't know if people actually pay attention to Major League Baseball, but they are wrapping up their playoff. They're coming close to the World Series. You got the League Championship Series. The Texas Rangers have already made the World Series, and it's going to come down to the Diamondbacks and the Phillies for the National League. Who's you got winning over there, though?
Diamondbacks. Who's winning in tonight's game?
It's bottom of the fourth, 1-1 currently.
Following baseball this year, and just I hadn't followed baseball like 20 years, but really got back into it this year. The Diamondbacks have been good, and the Phillies have been steady and grimy, but they're like a team of destiny. The Phillies are going to win this game, and then they're going to go and whip the Rangers, and I don't like them, but they are.
Wow. Jason, are you off mute? If you're not, you can sign language it.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you this time.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Lord.
There you go.
No, you know what? It's not even my wife. Matter of fact, the crazy part is she told me that we don't have to go to the movies tonight because guess what? She want to go on regular night where we got to spend all the money. I was like, babe, come on, man. I want all the butter and the popcorn. Look, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to make sure we good because when homecoming come, you know,
Mm.
I'm
So I
about
mean,
to clean up. I'm
this
about
is
to make some
$5 movie
lasagna.
tickets.
Yeah, so on Tuesday, Chesapeake Square, it's $5 movie tickets all day.
Now that's a win. Now we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but give me what you got in baseball. Texas Rangers have already made the World Series. You got the Phillies versus Diamondbacks. Game 7 tonight is already 1-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Who wins that series and why?
I think this is going to come down to pitching and people coming through in the clutch. Because normally when you get that game like that 1-1, it's a low scoring game normally. So it's going to be whoever bullpen is probably most efficient tonight. And like I know, man, some people crumble under that pressure. So I'm gonna take the Diamondbacks.
I was going to say, I don't think Jason knows anything about baseball. So what he just told us was a bunch of stuff that sounded real good. Because he said usually a
It
1-1
was
game is
good.
low scoring. You were like, yes, a
No,
1-1 game
But
is low
the
scoring.
Phillies,
no.
the
What I'm
Phillies
saying
just
is
took the lead.
usually a game 7 is a low scoring game, like almost in a game
Gotcha.
7 in basketball, whatever. It's always a defensive battle. So it normally boil down to pitching, defense, and all that stuff.
One thing I know about the Phillies win because the Phillies jump on you early. The Phillies are a team that likes to score really early and then hold on. They didn't do that this time. So I think the edge goes to the Diamondbacks. But who wants to watch an Arizona Texas World Series? I don't think I do.
Oh,
You gotta throw the Phillies in there just for ratings. But never again, Jason, do I want you to get on here and be like, usually baseball comes down to who scores the most points. And then if it's 1-1, that's usually a low scoring game.
no, I was trying to tell you that normally when they go to a game 7, it's always a defensive battle at that
Okay.
point.
All right. Whatever lie you
So
want
in
to tell us.
baseball, it comes down to pitching.
There is no defensive battles in baseball. Baseball is
I
just
mean,
a
pitching, pitching
baseball.
and defense.
Baseball is the only sport where you can be unsuccessful and be considered a success. You can
Yeah.
make if you hit the ball 1 out of every 3 times that you get up, you are considered a great baseball hitter. That would never happen in any other sport. If you hit 1 out of every 3 free throw, you would be Shaquille O'Neal and you'd be out of the league. Nowhere else are you rewarded for failure as much as you are in
The
baseball.
abject failure.
Baseball is about failure and rewarding failure. That's why it's a failing sport. But speaking of sports that aren't failing, right now, Zoe, is the greatest time of the year. It is the beginning of the NBA season. Zoe, tell me who we're looking for in the NBA to win. Give me your 4 best teams and who wins it.
Okay. Piggybacking from last week, I'm still on the Phoenix Sun bandwagon. I'm riding with Kevin Durant as a support player. Booker, Bill, they top heavy. I still got them, but the top 4 teams, Boston, Milwaukee, and Denver. Everybody loves the Lakers. I like watching the Lakers, but I just think when it comes down to tight playoff basketball, they just don't come through when they need it most. I think LeBron, I don't think he's able to carry the team like he used to. And Anthony Davis is Anthony Davis. I mean, you really can't depend on him. So those 4 teams ride with the Suns until proven otherwise.
Wow.
Still on it.
Wow. So
Hit me with it.
you left out Denver.
I said the 2 best teams are Denver, Boston, Milwaukee, and Phoenix. And I was saying how everybody likes the Lakers, but
So you leaving the Lakers out. Okay, all right, you leaving
yeah,
the
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 Lakers
Lakers
Lakers.
are losing right now
Yeah, they're
to
losing right
Denver.
now. Yeah, they losing right now to Denver in the third quarter.
Yeah, the
So,
Lakers can be there, but it's going to take some other guys to really step up. And, watching the Lakers, I always feel like Austin Reeves should have the ball a lot more than he does. I think they let D'Angelo Russell take the ball too much just because he's supposedly the point guard and LeBron is deferring to him. Everyone's deferring to him. But Austin, I think, is the key. I think if they let him cook, I think they can
right.
just they can get better because he's the one guy that I think plays well with LeBron in every role. He can be the support player. He can take the lead. And sometimes it's hard for guys to be able to jump back and forth like that. But when you play with LeBron, you're going to have to be able to do that because LeBron's going to take control at some point. And you have to
Mhm.
realize when that happens and know when to step back and get in that corner. But he needs other people to step up because he can't do it like he used to.
So let me ask you this: is this the year that LeBron James falls off, Jason? Man's 39 years old for all
Nah.
intents and purposes.
That dude is old.
Well, I
21st
believe.
year in the league. His career is old enough to drink. Is this the year LeBron falls off?
Well, I don't see LeBron falling off, but what I do see them doing is a better job at his load management, right? I think he'll go from those 30 plus minutes to maybe rank around 28 to 31 minutes a game,
He
which in
has
the
to.
NBA, as of right, he has to, right? Because now it's going to be a race to get him to the playoffs. And so I don't think he falls. I think all his statistics do kind of shorten up a little bit, but far as his efficiency should probably increase. I see him actually playing a little bit more point guard than anything. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage his minutes. But I think the player that's actually swung the whole offseason is still Drew Holiday. I promise you, if Drew Holiday would have went to the Lakers, they would probably be favorites. If Drew Holiday end up in Boston, and I'm trying to tell you, Drew Holiday is where the chip is going this year. So I'm giving the chip to Boston. So that defense and
Mm.
half court is just think about it. When we get to the playoffs, man, everything is half court, half court. If you can't, and he's the best on ball defender. Plus, he can give you 20 at the same time.
You know, you may be really about what Drew Holiday last year. You remember how in the playoffs they had a lot of coaching mishaps. They
Yeah,
seemed inexperienced. Jason
yeah,
Tatum kind of vanished a little bit at times.
yeah,
Brown just lost his whole left arm, and it's
yep,
like they just couldn't come through when everybody needed to come together. And
yep,
okay, maybe
yep.
they're a year more experienced, right? Missoula, had to have learned from last year because he was making some
Right,
critical mistakes. And I'm
right,
no coach, but I saw when you need to call a timeout when your team is falling apart. He wasn't doing
right.
that. Those
The
guys,
floor
they were,
general.
yeah, and I think okay, Drew Holiday, a guy like him, a very experienced, right? And
Mm,
he's a lead guard. He's a lead guy. And maybe those
right,
guys like Brown and Tatum, maybe they need that mentor type player to just kind of
well,
be with them, be in that ear when things start to
right,
crumble. Like, hey man, let's pull it together. So, hey,
right.
I'm with you on Boston.
Yeah.
I don't diss that at all.
Tatum for MVP this year, not out of reach. I think Tatum could do it. I still think our MVP is going to be Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think the addition of
Mm,
Dame Dollar drives him to a level. He's already unguardable. Now you have to give space because you can't leave Dame Dollar out there, or that guy's going to average 20 assists a game. I just think Milwaukee's the best team. I don't think that the Lakers are the best team in Los Angeles. You say what you want to. That man's 39 years old. Those ankles don't work the same way they used to. He's not even when he throws powder up in the air, he's not getting that powder up as high as he used to, man. Listen, guys his age are taking pills to get up and,
Whoa,
and,
whoa,
and do their life. That
whoa.
guy's not ready. 39 years old. The
He'll
Lakers are
rise
the
to the
second best team.
occasion. Come on, guy.
The Lakers are the second best team in crypto arena, but
Crypto.
I will give them this credit. Basketball is the only sport where your seed does not matter. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah,
That came out
yeah.
wrong.
Well,
For
yeah.
your playoff seeding,
Yeah.
Your playoff seed.
your playoff seeding doesn't matter. You could be an 8 seed now. It because of the way that people are doing load management and the analytics, and people are now realizing, hey, we can come in 7th place and we can duck this team or whatever. The
Right,
way that
right,
people
right.
are doing that now, and they're
I see it.
realizing it's not the home court advantages aren't the same. All of those things.
That
You can
needs to
get in as a lower
change.
seed and win it all.
What
That needs to
what y'all think
change.
about the in season tournament that they having this year?
I don't even understand it. I don't know why we're
Yeah,
having it. It
yeah.
confuses me. I keep saying in season tournament, and I was like, well, so are you the in season champs?
Champ. Yeah, yeah.
What happens when you win the in season
Let me
tournament?
see.
Somebody explain this to
Yeah,
me. So you're my
once
basketball
guys,
guy.
yeah,
What is the NBA in season tournament?
once guys figure out that tournament means nothing, they're gonna stop playing. Right now, it's just new and exciting as a chance where certain matchups come about, and it's just something new. These players have AAU mentality where they all get together and just put on the show with each other, playing for each other, and they know they're all
Right.
gonna be together. So they're excited about that now. But I give it 1 year, and they're gonna be like, "Look, man,
Let's
you
do
don't
away
get
with it.
anything from it. You don't get anything from it." I was talking to some buddies earlier. that you have to give a reason for this tournament. I know in baseball, when they had the All-Star game, they gave home field of the World Series to the winner, right? So I thought that was nuts. But when they played that game, those guys were going in. It was great. They had something to play for. Even the guys whose teams knew they weren't even going to have a chance, they still was battling just because they had some pride for their team, for their side. And I don't know. The Warriors have come out and said, Draymond Green in particular, that they're going to win the in-season tournament just to, I guess, up the ante a little bit and get the competitive juices going. And I think it will, because some people are not going to like that. But after a while, it's going to lose its luster. Nobody's going to care. LeBron's definitely going to back out after 1 year. So I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So the in-season tournament, for those of you who are not familiar with what it is, all 30 of the teams in the NBA have been put and randomly drawn into groups of 5 teams within their conferences, and that's based on the one-loss record from the 2022 season. And then on November the 3rd and continuing through November 28th, each team will play 4 designated group play-in games on tournament nights, 1 game against each opponent in his group, with 2 games at home and 2 on the road. Right now, I'm looking at some of the groups. You got in the West, you got one group that's got Memphis, Phoenix, the Lakers, Portland, and Utah. Looks like a pretty formidable group. Group B is the Nuggets, the Clippers, the Pelicans, the Mavs, and the Rockets. Also another formidable group. Group C is a group that you watch if you got nothing else to do. That's the Kings, Golden State, Minnesota, OKC, and Wembanyama.
Wemby.
You gotta love Wembanyama. The East, you got the 76ers, Cleveland, Atlanta, the Pacers, and Detroit, and what I'm calling the garbage draw. The B draw is gonna be the Bucks, Knicks, Heat, the Wiz, and the Hornets, I guess. And the C draw will be the rest of the teams: the Celtics, Nets, Raptors, Bulls, and Magic. The East only has really 2 good teams. Maybe 3 with the 76ers, depending on what Harden does. I just think the NBA is running out of things to do.
Yeah.
They need to fix All-Star Weekend. If you're going to do something, fix All-Star Weekend. Nobody asked for this tournament. Make the dunk contest great again. If NBA players won't do it, go get those professional dunk guys that are doing YouTube videos. Bring those guys in. Make the dunk contest something we want to see. We enjoy the 3-point contest, but lots of guys can shoot. The dunk contest is now garbage. You have ruined something that was so beautiful. It is garbage. The best dunkers don't want to dunk. You get 60 chances to miss. Start making it. If you miss one, you're out. Man, old school, you missed, you were done. These guys get to miss 47 times. It is horrible. Listen, the prostitutes aren't even going to the All-Star Weekend like they used to. We've got to do something to make All-Star Weekend better. We've got to.
Yeah. Bring back the days where Dr. J would shake his head when somebody missed a dunk judging. That's what you want. But I do
moving on to what this show is really about.
Bringing somebody off the street to dunk.
We went back to what this show is really about. It is about the NFL. And so right now, the 49ers, the team that we thought had everything going for them, have lost 2 straight games, 2 consecutive games, and some of the luster seems to be shining, coming off of Brock Purdy. Tell me, Zoe, you're a 49er fan.
Look,
are the 49ers still the team to beat in the NFC?
Absolutely. Just break down those 2 games you just talked about. Everyone's overreacting, and to make it seem like players can't have bad games or teams can't have cracks in their armor on their way to the title. These 2 games, they lost on the road against the best defense, and they lost 2 of their best 3 players to injury, and the third one got hurt and came back in, Trent Williams. That happens, and even in that game, and everything that went wrong, you talk about the quarterback. At the end of the game, when the game was on the line, he still drove them down the field and got them in field goal range. The kicker just missed it. Moody just missed it. That's a win. If he makes that kick, now you're saying, well, it didn't play well, but he got it done when it counted. And then last night, you're on the road, you're missing Debo and Trent Williams. They're not playing at all. One bad game, both on the road. They'll be back home this week in Cincinnati. You'll see something different.
Jason, I don't know if you've ever believed that. Well, I know as a Cowboy fan, you're delusional, first of all.
Oh
But I
man,
don't know if you've ever believed that the 49ers, although they thoroughly whooped the Cowboys, I don't think you believe that they were the best team in the NFC anyway. Who is, after seeing the chinks in the armor and Brock Purdy falling up by the wayside, who's now the best team in the NFC in your opinion?
Well, originally I had Detroit above everybody, right? But then there was a trade that was made yesterday.
oh
So
yeah.
I won't mention and I never pick for them, but there is a team that just moved past Detroit because they got a great GM and he's making all the right moves. So I'm gonna pick the team that I'm always gonna vote against.
You're saying the Fly
I'm
Eagles
never
fly.
gonna pick them. I'm never gonna pick them. Every game I'm not gonna pick them, but there's a team. I'm not gonna say their name, but there's a
I get
team.
it.
It won't speak on it.
Can somebody tell me who's sleeping with who on the Titans
Oh my
franchise?
god.
That
Yo,
the
yo,
Titans keep sending their best player to the Eagles. They're like, hey, who's our best weapon on offense? AJ Brown. Let's send him to the Eagles. Who's our best player on defense? Bayard. Let's send him to the
the
Eagles.
Memphis Eagles.
How are the Eagles? This Eagles Titans pipeline
Oh
has
my
got to be stopped.
gosh.
It has got to
Pipeline.
be stopped. Now, Bree says Kirk Cousins played his hind parts off last night.
He
Kirk
did.
Cousins is a mediocre great player. If Kirk Cousins was a steak, he'd be medium well. But here's a harsh reality if you are a Minnesota Vikings fan. Your team is never going to be bad enough to draft near the top of the draft, and they're never going to be good enough to win the Super Bowl. The Vikings are fair to middling, point blank. They're going to win some games. You're never out of it if you're a Viking fan, but you're never going to be a Super Bowl champ. That's just the reality of.
No.
Yeah, I always
Prince
said they're
Kirk.
like the.
And then you got to add to it. They didn't have Justin Jefferson last night. So I mean that kid
No
Addison, the rookie, man, he
JJ.
played really good. No.
Now I know my man Jay Pearson is in here. After seeing what happened to the Lions are missing a few pieces. I don't think the Lions right now are the best team in the NFC yet. The Lions still miss some big. They need some help on the other side of Hutchinson, as far as the pass rush is concerned. And as much as I love Amon Ra and all kinds of noodles, they need a dominant receiver. I think Amon Ra and the receivers they got are scheme receivers. They can get open, but you don't fear any of those guys. They are system guys, and they still need a dominant running back. I think they thought they were going to get that in Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs has not been a game changer yet for them. And Montgomery, I mean, he is what he is. He never led the Bears anything, so he is what he is. They need a couple of pieces, but Goff is playing good football.
They got a free Gibbs and let the guy run. I mean, he had a good game last week with Montgomery out, and if they continue
so why do you think they're leaning so much on Montgomery? I say you let Montgomery be your backup to Gibbs. He's younger, he's more explosive, he does more out of the backfield with the ball. Why are you limiting this guy's touches?
I don't know. I think that's Dan Campbell. I think he likes a certain type of running back, and I don't know if it totally was his call to get Gibbs in the first round. Not saying he doesn't like him,
so.
but
Yeah. Don't think so.
Yeah, it does. He doesn't seem like a Campbell type player.
No, I think that he wants to still. I think he still wants to be 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I don't know if that can happen in this current NFL.
They got rid of Swift.
Yes.
I think Swift is a guy. I think if they would have kept Swift, I think that first of all, who cuts a running back with the last name of Swift?
That's just
Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was born for it. What do I think about the Bills losing to New England? I'm gonna come out here, guys, and I'm gonna make a statement that may get us kicked off of television forever. But I'm gonna say this: if Josh Allen was Jeremiah Allen, if he was Jerome Allen, Josh Allen would be on the bench in somebody's team. He would not be as loved as he is. As they have said before, he has the complexion for the protection. I think
you can't say that.
The Buffalo Bills are the most overrated team in the history of football. They are what we thought they were. The only thing they can beat is the Miami Dolphins. Other than that, they're not. Josh Allen is a walking turnover machine. When the pressure gets turned up, Josh Allen more than likely is going to lose the game for you. They have a lot of holes on that team. They also don't have a running back. They're running back by committee. You can't win. Stephon Diggs, as much as I love him, is that Stephon out there or is that the other one?
Yeah,
that's Stephon. Stephon Diggs, as much as I love him, he's an up and down guy. One day Stephon's gonna play great, and the next day he's not. Well, for some reason, everybody acts like he's a top 3 receiver. He's a middle of the pack kind of guy. You look at him, and when you look and you say the best player on my team is Josh Allen, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. They can be beat any time of day. I got them now as the 3rd best team in the AFC East.
Wow.
And I put them behind the Dolphins and the Jets.
The Jets.
I put them behind the Jets. Listen, let me tell you something. People keep thinking the Jets aren't good. Here's what's going to happen with the Jets. The Jets play well enough on defense that they can keep anybody from scoring. And all they need Wilson to do is score 17 to 20 a game. He can definitely do that. 17 to 20 points a game, and they are winning every game.
I would say definitely.
Wilson can get them 17 to 20. They've got some explosive. The Jets have all the weapons that Buffalo thinks they have. If you go number one receiver, are you taking Wilson or are you taking Diggs?
Oh, I'm taking Wilson all day long.
You're taking Wilson. You're taking Wilson all day long.
That's easy.
If you're going, who even is the number 1 running back in Buffalo? Are you taking him or Breece Hall?
No,
you're taking Breece Hall. If you're going to go second, I would even take Dalvin Cook over whoever's starting.
Yeah, that's Buffalo. It. Look, Buffalo starting running back is Cook brother. So yeah, his little brother.
He's not his little brother. He's not better than his big brother. So here's the thing. You're looking at we have this thing. So everybody has this whole thing with Josh Allen and Wilson. Josh Allen plays like Wilson. We've got this whole thing because they had that one great game against Kansas City. We put Josh Allen in this whole category like he's won multiple Super Bowls. He's never won anything.
See, I think he need to coach like old school, like Bill Parcells or somebody to reel him in, man. He got too much rope to hang himself. So, man, he'll play great, but he makes that crucial mistake because nobody reels him into he plays like he don't trust his teammates.
Listen, I've been to Buffalo. There's nothing else out there. That guy is allowed to do whatever he wants to because he's giving Buffalo hope. He is Josh Wilson or whichever Wilson. They got so many Wilsons over there and over there and the Jets. It's ridiculous.
He's right though. He needs to coach to bring him in.
Buffalo.
Yeah, he needs the coach to bring him in. Like you said, when Brian Daboll was their offensive coordinator, they were good. But when he left and went to the Giants, ever since then, he's been turning the ball over, indecisive. I know I had him on my fantasy team last year. It fell apart, and I was like, "Man, what happened?" That's what happened. So
Josh Allen, coach, completely overrated.
I think he needs the help. I think he needs the guidance.
Hey man, but y'all know who's sneaky good that nobody kind of paying attention to that still got room to develop? The Ravens.
Russell Wilson.
No, the Ravens.
The Ravens might be the best team in the AFC.
The Ravens are simply a team that's going to live and die with what Lamar, I refuse to get a decent hairdo, Jackson does. All right? Lamar Jackson, here's my biggest problem with Lamar Jackson. You live in Baltimore. They did The Wire in Baltimore. There's plenty of girls in Baltimore that can braid your hair better than what you're doing, Lamar. This do-it-yourself braid thing that Lamar's got going on, you're never going to be the face of a franchise like that.
But he's the perfect fit for Baltimore, though. That is Baltimore.
He looks like he's got crabs. Here's the thing. They've given him all the weapons. The defense is playing well. Mark Andrews is a top flight tight end in a league that doesn't have too many great tight ends. I told people from the beginning of the year, watch out for Zay Flowers. He's doing a great job over there. Rashard Bateman, for some reason, he remains open. I think Rashard Bateman is the guy that everybody forgets is on the team. So that's why he's always open. If anybody sends out a reminder that Rashard Bateman plays for Baltimore, then he'll get shut down. But each week, everybody's like, hey, man, who's number 7? They're like, I don't know. And he's open all the time. So they rise and fall. They are the most quarterback dependent team, I believe, in the league. Everything that happens for them goes through Lamar Jackson. When Lamar Jackson plays great, then you have a game like you had against the Lions. If Lamar's not 100% on his P's and Q's, anything can happen.
So I got a question. What hype train dissipate first? Is it Kelsey and Swift, or is it Dion in Colorado?
Whew.
Oh man,
That's a couple of good hype trains right there.
let me tell you something. What's Taylor Swift?
That's
Taylor
wicked,
Swift is
man.
one of the most adored white women since Madonna. Okay, that hype train is going nowhere.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
she just came up with her own handshake with Mahomes' wife, and that thing is now the number 3 rated dance in the history of all dances, behind the moonwalk and the funky chicken. There's nothing you can do with Taylor Swift. She's amazing. Just stepping in from the I think he just left Daniel Snyder's house. Y'all show some love for my man Slater.
Whose house?
Not
Why
Ron,
why Snyder's house though? Why Snyder's house?
because he's got plenty of time for activities now. He ain't got to run no team. That dude's having socials at the house now. It's great. I'm glad I got you in here, man. Thank you so much, man. If y'all don't know, Slater is an international musical artist, man. And so he often has to sing all over the country and the world. So that dude is great. So he's right now on the line in the Bugatti, just kind of showing us a little love, man. And we appreciate it, man, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. Listen, Slater, I'm gonna ask you this because you're a fan of the team. I saw Stephen A. My headline still ain't right. Smith say without a doubt, Ron Rivera will not be the coach of the Commanders next year, and neither will you, be enemy. He wants them both fired. What do you think?
Now I agree with him 100% on Ron Rivera. Ron had a 4 to 5 year commitment to turn that team around. If you look at all of our records in that 4-year period, they have not been anything different from what we have seen in the past. Riverboat Ron has sailed away. That season of his life is over. That era of his life is over. Thank you for your contribution to the NFL and the other teams that you helped, but we don't need it, man. We need something else. It's time to look toward the future. We've given them too many opportunities. Now, Eric Bieniemy, no sir, don't agree at all. Eric Bieniemy is bringing that team something they have never had before, and that is intensity and accountability. And
Wait a minute. I'm gonna stop you right there. I hate when people throw that N-word in there, and not the one that Donald Trump uses. I'm talking about the word. I'm talking about the word never. I hate when people do that. It's such an absolute. People always be like, there's like people like Colorado's never been this interested.
They haven't
about Colorado.
They
guys
have.
won
What
a
are you
whole
talking about?
national championship. They were the talk of the town. Cordell Stewart was dating some of the best men in Colorado.
Can I be?
Look,
I hear what you're saying. No, listen.
Running back
Listen.
in Colorado when they won national championship.
But listen, I agree with what y'all are saying. So I will withdraw that from my statement because the Redskins have had a great era. I repeat though, the Commanders have never seen, brother. No.
How
Either
many
way,
years of Commandos have we had?
okay, Commanders and football team, mesh them together, and I'll wait. You can mix it. You can mix it all together if you want. I'll wait.
That's been 3
So
years.
It
So
doesn't matter,
Cletus.
Cletus. And 3 of those 4 years, and 3 of those years, Ron Rivera has been there at all of them, right?
I'm not that big of a fan of the Commanders, but I do think Ron.
Okay, so I'm telling you, he has been. And at the end of the day, to be given 4 to 5 years to turn something around, brother, and you already in year 4, I don't know, bro. I can't give it but so many more chances. Now I'm saying Eric Bieniemy is new. He's new to the organization. He's new to a lot of those players. They've seen him, but they've never worked under him. He hasn't even had a chance yet to give his stamp. Number one, he came in when we still trying to rebuild. Dog, Daniel Snyder just got his last gym sock out the office.
Ugh.
Give that man a chance to build, dog.
You should know you were just at Dan's house, so you know exactly what's going on over there. I'm gonna say this about Eric Bieniemy. I have secretly rooted for Eric Bieniemy to be successful. I still don't think Eric Bieniemy is what everybody thought that he was. I still think that Kansas City offense was Andy Reid's offense. If you watch what Andy Reid has done in the past with offenses, it's the same. He's been able to get great quarterback play, all of that stuff. Eric Bieniemy was basically prime on the sideline. He wasn't calling any plays. He was just holding up a thing. I think he had a walkout menu. So I wanted him to be successful. I have not seen the turnaround
But can I say something?
Well, I let you rant for 30 minutes, but go ahead. Say what you wish.
I just got on. Let me get it all out. No, I'm just joking.
Whoa,
sir.
No, I was just about to say, we have to be careful, though, when we say stuff what people aren't doing, because Washington is known for handcuffing the people who are in charge. Now, I haven't seen enough from this new organization yet to know if they are freely allowing people to do what they do. But most of the time in Washington, once you don't see somebody doing something, it's because the higher ups got them handcuffed. So
I'm just saying I haven't seen it yet. And if you would have let me finish, I would have given the caveat.
No, let me finish.
Of Howell is nowhere near. Howell is no Mahomes. So I'm not expecting to see. He doesn't have anybody like Cheetah over there. Scary Terry has scared himself off the field. I don't even know where he is anymore. And you know what? Football is a game of talent. Either you got horses or you don't. And listen, I'm a Bronco fan. I know about not having any horses. I mean, matter of fact, the horse in our mascot is actually left. They was like, you know what? Nah, I don't want to be here anymore. So when you don't have the talent, it's hard to be considered a great coach. I've been there before. You make the most out of what you have, but you become great when you got great players. It's never been an NFL champion, never been an NBA champion that you looked at and they're like, man, they did not have any ball players. With the exception, Alonzo, of your Detroit Pistons basketball team, they had no great player, but they were a great team. They put all their eggs together. But when you start looking at football and basketball, generally speaking, there's got to be some great players there for you to have any success. Somebody on that team is going to be great.
Skins got 4 first-rounders on that defensive line.
But they don't have anybody that's great. And Josh Allen is tired. It's been the last 7 years. And he's sick of it. He sounded like a disgruntled black woman. He could have been in Waiting Next Tail. He could have been in Waiting Next Tail with that line. He was somebody's lover and secretary working every day of the week. He is tired. We get ready to get out of here, guys. We got 11 minutes to get in these picks. We'll say last week was a bunch of upsets. The NFL, we talk about parity in the NFL. There are no more undefeated teams. There are no more all-defeated. Nope, we still got one all-defeated team, don't we? The Carolina Panthers just refusing to win games, even though they know they don't have their own first-round pick next year. They're like, let's go ahead and make this better for somebody else, which is just crazy.
So that's about to turn into the #1 draft pick.
And it's gonna be somebody else.
Yeah, somebody else will get it right now. Somebody else, the Bears.
Chicago.
The Bears have their #1 pick.
Yeah, so the Bears can get their #1.
The Bears have their #1 pick. So the Bears, if the Bears keep losing, they can end up with the first and second pick of the draft.
I feel like that's the Bears' goal every year.
Yeah.
Hey, screw the season. We just want the draft pick.
That's what we're excited about. We're gonna be #1 somehow.
Those guys are bad.
Well, you know what? How do you feel? All right, before we make these picks, they finally won a game last week. They won their second game last week, but it was after you get rid of your starter. Your offense looks so much better without your normal starting quarterback in the game, man. You got a guy that was a Division II Heisman winner going out there winning games for you. Do you move on from Justin Fields if you're the Bears? Quick one word answer, though. Do you move on from Justin Fields?
One word answer, yes.
All right, thank
Jesus.
you. Jason.
No.
Slater.
You know.
You know.
No, I don't know. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, no, that's one word.
I was going to see what you were going
You
to do.
won't let anybody explain.
All right, go ahead. So why do you let him go?
The same reason Dallas traded Herschel Walker. I'm gonna tell you something. They turned Herschel Walker into how many Super Bowls?
17.
They're gonna have the first and second pick in that draft. Okay. Somebody's gonna want either that first pick or somebody's gonna want Justin Fields. Their team is horrible. They need players everywhere. Any quarterback they get in the draft, whether it's that boy Williams, you're the college guy. Well, I think the quarterback in North Carolina too. I think he's pretty
Drake
good.
May.
So I'm not certain that they're gonna be worse than Justin Fields. So if they get that player and get a bunch of draft picks with it, build the team. I like Justin Fields. I wanted the Niners to draft him at the time. I was screaming for it. But, you're building the team. You're not building Justin Fields.
I like it. Jason, what do you say? You said keep him, right?
Man, it's so touchy. You play him because you got to see what he all about, right? So you let him get through the end of the season, then you evaluate him. Now, if he continue to play like he's playing now, well, first of all, his trade value is already dropping, so you probably won't get nothing but a 5th and a 6th draft pick for him. So absolutely, you go in there and get Caleb Williams, and you try to get you a nice left tackle to protect them. You already got the wide out from Carolina from the trade last year. So, hey, man, you just do a whole revamp.
The Bears needed somebody on defense, man. They also need if I'm the Bears, I keep Justin Fields. I get me the top edge rusher in the draft. Give me the top left tackle in the draft. I might get the top 2. I might get the top 2 edge rushers in the draft.
Not bad.
Depending on how high they rank. Yeah, depending on how they
I might get the 2. The guy out of Florida State. I might get and Dallas Turner. I might get the 2 top edge rushers and hope we can put so much pressure on guys that we look a lot better. Slater, you said no.
Nah, now that I've heard Alonzo's reason, I actually agree with that. And I also agree with what you just said, which is very rare in the history. So I
just write it down in my diary.
Yeah, please. I won't add anything to it because y'all actually surprisingly, Cletus, you made some pretty good points right there. Man, and Alonzo's whole analysis of the whole thing was amazing. So I agree.
All right, he's just doing too much at this point. You got here late, and you're trying to throw in insults at the same time. It's just crazy. Before we get into these picks, and I'm really getting into the picks. We got 7 minutes left. The quarterback. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the quarterback of the Washington Huskies, but his name led to one of the most embarrassing sports moments in all time. Desmond Howard was trying to lead a chant, and the quarterback's last name is spelled Penix. His last name is Penix, but Desmond Howard just said, "We got big Penix energy, big Penix energy." And I was like, it's not coming out the way it's supposed to. Desmond Howard, big Penix energy. It was bad. It was bad. And I'm just going to say, if that man makes it to the league, which he will, he's got to change his last name. I've never wanted anybody to change their last name, but you gotta change your last name. Michael Penix is the man. Big Penix energy.
Nuggets just won. There you go.
Look at LeBron's face. He's sick.
I'm gonna show it to y'all really quick. I'm gonna show it because you guys have got to hear it. Let's see. We're gonna share the screen. Also share the audio. Yep. Here we go, guys. Just prepare yourself for this.
Big Penix energy.
Oh, no.
It's going to bring that big Penix energy. It's going to bring that big Penix energy.
Yeah. Desmond Howard all.
He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose, man. Desmond. I didn't know it was like that, man.
It was the clap and the knee bend for me.
He getting into it. I was like, man. Desmond.
All right, let's get through these picks for week 8, man. We're gonna
It's something about them Howards, and I'm gonna leave that alone, boy. It's something about them Howards. They can't.
Desmond,
Jesus, Desmond.
the white. Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Hey guys,
Them
we're gonna do this. I'm gonna call out the teams. I'm gonna say such and such versus such and such. The first team is team 1. The other one is team 2. We're just gonna all hold up a 1 or a 2. We're gonna try to get through this thing quicker, man. We've been taking a long time with these picks. Every few picks, I'm gonna ask somebody why they're picking that pick and why not. All right. Thursday night, Buccaneers versus Bills. Who you got? We all went Buffalo. Where did these balloons come from?
That's awesome.
Man, Jason knows something. All right. We got Texans, Panthers. The Panthers remain all defeated. Rams, Cowboys. Slater, that's not the finger you wanted to hold up. I know. Vikings versus Packers. All right, Zoe, you went Packers. Tell me why.
Well, the Vikings are not a good team. The Packers are at home. And if I got two teams that are marginal, I'm going with the home team.
There it is. You got the surprising Colts versus Jameis and the Saints. Or somebody in the Saints. Colts. Oh, I'm sorry, Saints, Colts.
Oh, Saints, okay.
All right, Slater, you decided to be the one to go Saints. What do we got? Is it just because you love Jesus?
No, I'm sick of being wrong, man. These upsets. And the Saints done lost too much. They tired of losing. They're going to surprise us.
All right, that's what we got. Patriots, Dolphins. Yeah, that was unanimous. And in the battle of the other teams from New York, Jets, Giants.
Oh.
Slater, the Giants? Tell me why.
Hold on, you said what?
Jets and Giants.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said Giants first.
No,
I'm sorry, Jets. I'm sorry.
Got to give a big shout out to my man Jamon Turtletop Riddick in the building. What's up, Jamon? Been laying that pipe for over 20 years now. Really proud of him.
Super pause.
Really been putting this cable in a lot of houses. Is all I know. That's all.
Wow. I know. Personal foul.
And probably one of the most surprising 5-2 teams in the league, the Jaguars and the Steelers.
That's a good game. This is recorded.
You guys still believe in the Steelers, man. The NFC South leading Falcons and the JV, I guess the farm team for the Eagles, the Titans. Falcons, Titans.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I got to go Falcons. The Titans don't know who's playing quarterback. They may have to go with Malik, and that's never going to be good.
Yeah.
Hey, this game could be a surprise. You got Eagles, Commanders.
You know what?
I'm on an island choosing the Eagles. Listen, y'all, listen, I don't care what you say. The Eagles are a better team than the Commanders.
They're not going to beat us twice, bro. They're not going to beat us twice.
Listen. And that's what a lot of people said about young boys while they're watching porn. They're not going to beat them twice. It's definitely going to happen. Every time.
Confirmed.
Two 4-2 teams. Browns, Seahawks. Wow. Everybody chooses the Seahawks. Except for me. I just think the Browns are a better team. Ravens, Cardinals. Do we even need to put our fingers up? Nope. That's everybody. Ravens. Chiefs, Broncos. Oh yeah, I'm going.
Cletus will go against the Broncos every time.
He said, this is what I'm doing.
It's my team. I'm not changing my mind. I've seen them play. Bengals, 49ers. Bengals, Niners. And I'm just saying, while Zoe, I still believe that the Niners are a better team. I think this game means more to the Bengals. The Bengals lose this game, they fall below 500, and they're not going to be able to overcome both the Steelers and the Ravens in that division. This is a playoff game basically for the Bengals.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to they got to get it together. It means more to the Bengals.
I don't know about that.
It means more to the Bengals than it does to the 49ers. Oh, man, in a garbage bowl game, you got Bears-Chargers.
Oh, come on.
Nobody has lost more since 2020 than no starting quarterback has lost more games since 2020 than the Chargers starting quarterback. It's amazing. That dude, but he's still considered elite. And in our Monday Night Spectacular, the Raiders and the Lions.
We'll go back to the Lions.
And I'm going to say this. Even if the Raiders had a chance, they would figure out a way to lose that game. The Raiders are horrible. They are just a bad franchise. Hey, man, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We have some first-time watchers in here, man. Thanks, y'all, for coming in. Daria, don't call me Daria Wells. We can just go with either name there. Any relation to you there, Jason? I don't know. No relation. All right. You know, could be, could not be, whatever. Thank you for tuning in. Jamon, thank you so much for coming in. This guy, man, do we have some stories from our youth. That dude had one of those vans that your nasty uncles kept. So they could pick up women on the street.
Oh, what?
Man, what a time. Anytime your van already had a bed in it, you already knew. You already knew. Shout out to all my Norfolk State alumni, man. It's going down at the Big Dick this weekend. That's right, Dick Price Stadium.
What is happening to this show, man?
Dick Price Stadium this weekend. You got to be there for homecoming. It's not your typical homecoming. There's only one all-black. Y'all go to the only all-black. That's going down at the Renaissance Hotel in Portsmouth. Hey, man, and when I say all-black, it's not skin color. That's the clothing. White people are allowed to come out as well. Gonna be a lot of fun out there, man. Go out there and try to sleep that girl that never slept with you in college. She probably looks at you differently now. She also probably looks different now. This is your time. She's really let herself go. It's gonna be a great time for guys with no hairlines. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna be a great time for everybody. Hey, Zoe, man, final words. What you got?
No, man, just great show, man. Good to be with you guys. We're celebrating homecoming this week. Be safe out there. See you next week.
Slater, what you got?
Hey, man, God is good. Trust him in everything that you do. He knows better than you.
I wanted to cut you off, but I can't cut you off when you talk about God. That'll be a whole nother reason for me to go to hell. I've already got a laundry list. So, Jason, what we got?
Yo, North State, Hampton, Norcom. Guess what, Cletus? I'm gonna see you at Portsmouth Christian on Friday.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me give you something here, buddy. Let me give you a little bit. Yep, been waiting to break that out all day. It's also Wilson homecoming. All right, I'm not ashamed of it. Let me get my guys out here. Bam!
Whoa! He still got one.
Behavior.
First of all, did you have something on and take it off, or did you strip that quick and put that shirt on?
Hey, a lot of questions going on, buddy. All right, you're out of here. All right, so we're gonna have a great time this weekend, man. I'm just saying, Norfolk State homecoming is a place to be. If you go to the Hampton homecoming, just be prepared to be disappointed. We're gonna have a great time, man. Behold the green and gold. It's always a great show. Hey, y'all make sure y'all follow all of these guys, man. Slater, Lonzo, man, Jason, and then me. Make sure you're in for all of that stuff, man. We're gonna have a great time. Listen, if you ever want to come hang out with us in person, we're never in the same place at the same time for security reasons. But I do have this show going on the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Come out there and laugh off some of that turkey, man. Tickets are available right now at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone. They are going not like hotcakes, but maybe like a lower level pancake. Maybe like I don't know. Maybe like it is not as hot as a ticket as like Texas Roadhouse rolls, but we're close. We're close. Like the puffs that they used to sell at Feather and Fin. I think it was Feather and Fin. Whatever the place was. The puffs. All right. You guys have a great day, man. Make sure y'all tune in again next week. And every morning I'm on, of course, doing my show. See you in the morning. I'm excited about it. Y'all come out for that as well. We're out, man. Hope everybody has a great time. Peace.